Hello, this is Toha and welcome to my YouTube channel Toha's Knowledge and tohanowledge.com. Today's topic is how to set up Yoast SEO plugin for WordPress correctly, and I also explained all settings. So let's start the video. This video I use this website lighteventpro.xyz. This is the demo website and I show you everything. Okay, so first we need to install Yoast SEO plugin. So go to dashboard. I already log in dashboard, but you can log in to any WordPress dashboard. Just /wp admin and enter. Okay, now we need to add plugin. Go to plugin and click to install plugin. Click on it. Okay, now we need to add Yoast SEO plugin. So click on add new and search Yoast. Okay, here you see Yoast SEO plugin, and you also see that 5+ million active installation. So it's very popular plugin for WordPress SEO, and you also can see that last update 2 weeks ago. So it's a updated plugin and compatible with the current version. I using the current version of WordPress, so it's compatible with my current version of WordPress. So when you install any plugin, you just check that this plugin is up to date or not, and it's also compatible with your WordPress version or not. So click on install. It's take few times, and now you need to active. Just click on active. Okay, our Yoast SEO plugin now activated. This is a free plugin, and free plugin is enough for most of the user, and you get the settings option in the left menu under SEO. You see the SEO menu, and click on general for general settings, search appearance, social, tools, and for premium feature you can buy the premium option. Let's start it. First click on general. For the first time when you configure this plugin, you need to click this option, configuration widget, for quick started. So we also click on it, and without this option you also check other option manually. So this is the easiest way for understand that how this plugin help you. Okay, so click on configuration widget. Okay, here you see environment. Please specify if your site is under construction or already active. So if your website is not ready to live or not ready to Google index or under construction, then select option B. Or if your website is already ready and you publish some content and your design also good for indexing, then you select option A. And Google understand that as a new site you starting from the beginning, so don't worry, you no need to publish hundreds of content or everything. You just ensure that your basic content and design is done before the indexing. Okay, so I select option A and click on next. Okay, now you should tell that what type of website this yours. Okay, if your website is e-commerce, then you select an online store. If your website is a news or a TV channel, you select a news channel. Or if your website is a newspaper type website, then you select this option. If your website is a offline business but you have a website, then you select this. If you are a corporation and if this website is a portfolio, and what is your website, what type your website, just select this. So this website is a blog website, so I select blog. Now click on next. Okay, now you need to select organization or person. Your website is a big organization or you are the only author. You need to select. All this process are for schema markup data. So when we select this option Yoast SEO plugin automatically generate code inside our website code section and tell the Google and other search engine that what type of website ours and its organization or person, its blog or e-commerce site. So when you select those option, please select the right option. So it's help to understand Google and other search engine that what type of website is yours. So I select this website is a personal website, so I select the person. Okay, now I need to select the name of the person. I select the name, Toha SEO, and you also can change the name after, so don't worry about it, and select next. Okay, now you see post and page should index or not, and other option you also can display it when you use some others plugin like WooCommerce or page builder like Elementor, Thrive and others. Then you can see more option. So I'm not using other plugins, that's why I only see those two options. So now I want to that my post and page can index Google, and that's why I select yes. If you select no, then your post Google search engine like Google cannot index your post. Okay, so now we want that our post can index by search engine, that's why I select yes. Then click on next. I select both, select next. Okay, and this question for you have another author or not. If you have this website have multiple author, then you select yes, and you can give the name also. And this website, for my this website I have no another author, that's why I select no. Okay, so click on next. And this for your website title separator. For example, if we write Google that best protein powder. Okay, now you see that this is the title, the best protein powder of 2021, and use the separator, and you see the website name or website title bodybuilding.com. so this is the option you can select. So I select this option. Here you see this is the separator, or you can use all other separators. So this is the good separator, and everyone will like this type of separator, that's why I select this one. Okay, and my website name is Review Mac. You can change your website name, website title anytime. So my website is Light Events Pro, but for this video I name this website title is Review Mac, because I show this website as a review website. Okay, so click on next. You can select yes. You can track my site data. You can send data to Yoast SEO for better understand your website, or help Yoast SEO for data driven result. or if you not want to that track allow to Yoast, then you select no. So click on next. Okay, now you can subscribe to Yoast, then click on next. Okay, boom. So your basic configuration is done. Now hit the close button for close the window. Okay, now our basic configuration is done. Now you see that now we are in general tab, and we check the general feature. Okay, so click on features. Here you can see what type of feature is enabled. So here you see that SEO analysis is on, so you can see SEO analysis in your post or pages, readability analysis, cornerstone content. Cornerstone content means it's help you to tell Google and other search engine that most important content. If you publish lots of content on about several topic and you want to rank only one content that's most important, then you can select the content, cornerstone content, then search engine understand that you want to rank this content especially. So text link counter, XML sitemap, admin bar menu, security, and use tracking I already disable the you see that, so it's off, and REST API on, and other all option I check on. Okay, so click on save change, then click on integration. You can integrate with some tools. Here you see that SEMrush. If you are using SEMrush, or if you have subscription about SEMrush, then you can on it package, or if you have no any SEMrush account, then you just off. And rate integration, it's a help that your website is indexing have any issues or problem, you will get notified, so you can on it. Just check save change. And another tab is webmaster tool. Here you can add your you can verify your webmaster. Previous video I show you that how you can verify your website to Google Search Console. So now you click on Google Search Console and you can get code. Okay, select tag option, and here you see the code. You can copy the code. Okay, I just copy the code, full code, and paste, and I remove others and save change. You can also verify your Bing webmaster tool. This video I'm not showing the all process. The all process is same. You just click on and you log into your Hotmail email and verify your website and get the code, and you just paste in it. Okay, the same process. Okay, now I click on save changes. So our first configuration is done. Now we go to second configuration, search appearance. Click on it. Okay, now already we see title separator, general title separator. We already select this one, and here you see SEO title for home page. Home page title, if you have the home page, for example, if we browse the website, bodybuilding.com, and search on Google, you see the option bodybuilding.com, then tagline. So this is the option. You can add site title, then page name, then separator and tagline. So Site title is bodybuilding.com, this, and page, this is the page, this is a home page. So the page name, then separator, this use this separator in this option. So this is the separator, and this is the tagline, huge online supplement store and fitness. Okay, so you can use a site title only, or you can add or delete anything. How you can insert those variable? Just click on insert variable, and you can select one of those. If you use the separator, then again use the separator. So if I use this separator, then you see page title, then this separator, then tagline, then again separator is displayed in search engine. Okay, so this is the best option, no need to modify. And you can put the meta description. Meta description means when you search anything, like when I search best protein powder, here you see that this is the link, website link, this is the title, and this is the meta description. Okay, so you can write meta description here, then Google can pick the text from there and displayed in search result. Google also can pick this meta description for anywhere in your post or page, but if you type anything, it will be help that Google that I use this meta description. So meta description is very important for click-through rate, because when traffic search on Google, they read the title and they also can read the meta description. So if you write the well meta description, then you get the more click-through rate. It's help you to ranking. Okay, so this is the option, and this is the knowledge graph or schema.org. we already talking about that this is the person I select, and this is the name, and I also select the person logo or avatar. So you can select your logo or picture. This time I select the Trump picture. Okay, so you select your picture here, and it's done, and hit the save button. Then click on the content type. So here I select for single post, show post in search result, yes. Show SEO settings for post, you want to see the what about your SEO score, yes, I want to know. Then select show. This is for search engine, and this is for you for understanding that your website SEO score according to Yoast SEO plugin. And here you can also select your post title, what looks like. Here you see search engine, this is the post title, and this is the site tagline, site title. So you can keep only site title, or you can use separator with site title. Also you can change it in separate post. So you can also change those its default settings, but individual post you also can rewrite, so don't worry. Okay, now you can select what type of page your web page. This is the blog, that's why I select web page. If your page or post is about page, then select about page. If you have only contact page, then select contact page. Then search engine understand better way, it's a schema, so you no need to put any code. When you select the right item, it's automatically adjust schema and make schema for you, your SEO plugin. So it's very important. And I select article type, article default, and you also select social media post, news article or tech article. Okay, my most of that article in this website is tech article, so I can select tech article. Okay, so page, yes, I want to index my pages URL, and I also learn about SEO score from Yoast SEO plugin. So I select show, and the same thing you can keep it, and you also select your web page or what type of page this is. If you is a real estate listing, then you select real estate. Okay, medical web page, if you website is medical related, then you select this. So I select web page default and click on save. Okay, click on media. It's very important, you definitely select yes. If you select no, then automatically your all media files generate separate links. It's very harmful for duplicate content, so ensure you keep it yes. So save change. Taxonomies, yes, I want to show my category in search engine, so I select yes, and this is the same thing. And SEO score or show SEO settings for categories not important, but you can keep show. And tags, definitely no need to index tag. If your website is not so big, like your website is just a blogging website or not e-commerce website, then no need to add tag. If your website is e-commerce related website, then you can select tag. Okay, so it's depend what type of website yours. And formats, no need to enable, it's disable. And URL, category URL, remove the category URL prefix. You can keep your category URL or not, but best practice is remove category URL and hit to save change. Okay, archives, no need to index your archives because it's also conflict with your content duplicate issues. So select disable. And date, disable, no need. Special page, no need. Special page means if someone search on your website or others, if this is 404 or not found page, then create the page. So you can create your 404 page, but best practice is you can design your 404 page, and you can use this page all time. When someone write wrong URL, then you can display the 404 page with site links, then user can easily go to their preferred link or pages. So it's very helpful. So save change. And breadcrumbs, nowadays breadcrumb is not so popular. Few days ago breadcrumb play the big roles. Breadcrumb means when you go to any website, you can see the placement where are you. For example, if I go any page that have breadcrumb, no breadcrumb have. So breadcrumb is here, you see home page, category page, then your page title. It's called breadcrumbs. The user can understand easily that where they are in. So you can bold your breadcrumb or regular is good, no problem. And how to insert breadcrumb in your theme, you can enable it or disable. So nowadays if your website is not a big like e-commerce site, if your website is e-commerce, then breadcrumb is enabled for. But in this my website is very small website and it's a blogging website, that's why I disable breadcrumbs. Okay, and hit to save change. Okay, RSS feed, rich site summary, it's also no need to change anything. Here you see authors, post link, blog links, and blog feeds. This no need to change, just hit save. Okay, so our two settings already done, and click to social. Click to social. Here you can edit your social preview. So click on Facebook. You can add open graph metadata. For better understand that open data, I show you two picture. One is this. Here you see when someone paste your link, they Twitter or Facebook, they can see your featured image. If you add open card data in your website, and if it's not enabled and you have no featured image in your website, then when anyone paste your link in social media or share your link in social media, there is no preview or there is no images. So it's called open graph. So you can enable it. You definitely need to enable it, and you can choose a basic image. If you forget to add any featured image, then if anyone share this link, automatically show the default image. So you can select your logo or any default picture. If you forget to add any featured image, then someone share your link to Facebook or Twitter, they see your images. Okay, so you can select any default image. So I select a default image. Okay, so I select this, say for example this is my logo, and I select it for default image, and I can also select title and description for default. And this image is used for the post page being shared, does not contain any image. Okay, this is you also select the image. So if your page have no featured image, this image will be showed in Facebook or Twitter or other social media. And you select save. Same as you can do it for your Twitter. We already save for Facebook, so no need for Twitter. You just enable. And same as Twitter, Pinterest. Okay, so you save changes and go to tools section. In tools section, you can import and export your settings. Click on import and export. You can save your whole Yoastaceo data, and if you want to use the same configuration to your another website, you can import from other SEO plugin, or you can export your settings. We already settings or Yoastaceo plugins. Now if we want to export our data, then just click on it, you get the whole export data. And also you can import from other SEO plugins. Okay, so again we click on tools, and here you see the file editor. This is the editing option. You can edit robot text file, and you can also edit .htaccess file. You no need to go your cPanel or web hosting for edit those robot txt and .htaccess file. You can edit those file from here. It's a very good option. You can create your robot text file. You can allow anything or disallow Google or other search engine bot, and you can add robot text file from here. Okay, and here is the bulk editor. From the bulk editor you get you can bulk edit the title and meta description. This is the option. So this is the basic feature. So we go to apply one of our post and check how Yoast SEO help us. Okay, now already we complete our basic setting. Now we add sitemaps to our Google Search Console. So click on generate, click on general and click on feature, and here you see XML sitemaps. Just click on it and see the XML sitemaps. Click on it. Yes, this is your sitemaps. In my sitemaps you see post, my all post. If I submit these sitemaps to Search Console, now Google can index my all post, all pages and category. So I keep only three things: my post, my page and my category. So I click copy the link and go to Google Search Console. Search Console, start. Okay, here we see my domain name and click on sitemaps. I need to add sitemaps, so I click the whole link, copy and paste. Okay, now I just click on submit. Yes, sitemap submitted successfully. Now Google call my website perfectly. Okay, so go to post and we try to one post according to Yoast SEO, and so click on post. Okay, now I want to edit this post. Here you see this is the SEO score. You can see red, yellow and green. Red equal to your page is not optimized, and yellow is medium optimized, and green signal is your web page is full optimized. But never, I recommended never follow this score blindly, because over optimization is very harmful nowadays in Google. Google never like over optimization. If you stuffing your keyword, or you put your keyword too many times, or you optimize your website for Google aggressively, then Google definitely not like it. So never follow this SEO score blindly. You just follow the best practice. You follow your about your users, and don't follow this guideline blindly. Okay, so I just click on it to edit. Okay, so when you click on edit post, under the post you get the option from Yoast SEO. Here you see the Yoast SEO all option is there, and you can edit and check your SEO performance. So this is the post, and this is a post for top smartwatch under $100. But I change the keyword. I want to rank for best smartwatch under 100. So I put it for focus keyword. You can add your focus keyword here, and when you put your focus keyword, then this tool suggests what should you do. Okay, so I put my focus keyword best under 100. This is my focus keyword, and here you see SEO analysis. You click on it. Okay, here you see some red mark. You need to fix all the red marks. but again I told you that never follow the Yoast SEO guidelines blindly, because over optimize is not good. Mainly never stuffing your keyword. Use keyword too many times is very bad nowadays. So you can use your keyword phrase or similar, like my keyword is best smartwatch under 100. Now my supportive keyword should be top smartwatch, or budget smartwatch under 100, or cheap smartwatch, or quality smartwatch under 100. Those are my supportive keywords. So you should use your LSI and supportive keyword, not always use the exact keyword, because over optimize keyword over optimize or over stuffing is very bad nowadays in SEO. So I change something. I need to change key phrase in Slack. Now this tool said that my Slack means my URL is not SEO friendly. Here you see my URL looks like 2020/4/18. It's a very bad URL structure. So first I should change the URL structure. Okay, I just update it and go to permalink settings for changing the URL permalinks. Okay, so change the URL permalink. You need to go settings, click to permalinks. Okay, now best practice is according to post name, your URL structure should be your post name. So I select it, post name, and click to save change. Okay, now I go to again post, add to post, and I click to edit. Here you see now my URL is looking good. Okay, so I need to change my my permalink and use the keyword in my permalink. So I copy my keyword and paste on my permalink. Okay, so I check the SEO analysis again. Yes, now it's fixed. Slack keyphrase in Slack is fixed, so get work. So I need to fix SEO title. The SEO title is too short. My SEO title is too short and there is no keyword. So not at all word keyphrase best smartwatch under 100. So I need to put keyword in title, and also my title is very short. I need to add something. Okay, so I click on title, change the title. Okay, and I add best smartwatch under $100, and I add reliable and accurate. Okay, so now I check again that so now you see phrase in title now in green, and remove the red light. Okay, so here you see another yellow sign that image alter attribute. Image on this page do not have alter attribute, reflect the topic of your text. So in this post there is no image that show the relevancy that our website is for. Okay, so now we need to add image with alter tag. Okay, so I just search on Google. You never no need to you should not use those images, because those images will be copyrighted. So you use copyright free images. Go to pixels. This is totally copyright free images. So I search smartwatch and search. Okay, here I see one of the image. I download it and here you see this image is 3.1 MB, so it's a huge big image. So if I use this image in my website is take loads too many times, so I need to optimize this image. You need to open Photoshop or image editing tools. Okay, now select the image. I select the image and I resize the image. Just select on image size. I select this image 700. Okay, and click on save, and save for the web is goods. Okay, now select medium. I select medium, and here you see my image size is 15.58 kilobyte, and click on save, and you now name the image. I name this image is my keyword. This is my keyword, and I name this image. Okay, and I use this image, add media, select media, and I select the image, and here you need to put alter tag. You must need to input your alter tag, because search engine read your image by alter tag. So putting alter tag is very important, and name your alter tag very wisely. So here I put my alter tag with keyword insert in post, and I want this image full size, and update it, and it's medium, alignment medium. And now I check again that my problem is resolved or not. Okay, now you see image alter tag good, and here you see outbound link. You need to put a outbound link and internal link. Outbound link means you add a link that refer your visitor for more information to another website, and internal link is you add similar. If you have similar or reference information already in your website, then use internal link. So at first I use internal link. Okay, so here I see here I searching for the opportunity. Okay, so here I saw the link like Apple Watch text. I found the Apple Watch text, and I have content about Apple Watch in my website. So I browse my website and added a internal link. Okay, so this is the Apple Watch Series 6, and I copy the link and I added link into the text. So it's called internal link because this link is my website. Okay, I added internal link and check again that my internal links is green. Now you see my internal link is green, and I need to add outbound link. So just for example, GPS I want to link to GPS. So I just search on Google, and GPS. What is GPS? GPS system. So here is the Wikipedia. I can point this link remember that you should not give link to your competitor. You need to link, you must need put a link on research, because it's used for reference, so your visitor and search engine can understand that this post when you write you could more research. Without external link or outbound link, Google give the negative get the negative signal that your content is not much research and you not use the reference. So using reference is very good. Okay, so I select it and paste, and I check again. Yes, my outbound link is good. And here you see the meta description. I need to put the meta description. I have no meta description here, so I need to put meta description. You write the meta description for your blog. Okay, so I write meta description, so this also make green. And here you see key phrase in meta description. My keyword is missing in meta description, so if I just copy it and paste, you never do like that. You must need to write meta description very perfectly, as just show in the video. That's why I just copy and paste. Here you see my key phrase in meta description also green. And here you see key phrase density and key phrase in introduction. So first paragraph, at first paragraph put your keyword is very important, because when Google call your website, they read your URL, they read your title, and they must focus on your first few lines. So put on keyword to your first few lines is very important. Never do like that. You need to write your introduction properly and wisely you put your keyword. Okay, I just showing in video for example. Okay, my key phrase in introduction is done. Now keyword density, you never focus on keyword density, because 1 or 2 times is good. No need to 3-5 times use keyword. You can use similar like best means top. You can use top, smartwatch, budget smartwatch, like that. LSI keyword, long tail keyword, or seed keyword you use in your content. No need to use this keyword 3-4 times in your content. It's not a good practice. Key phrase in subheading, key phrase is missing, so I added a subheading here. If you put your subheading and make it H2 best smartwatch under 100, current market, and make it H2. Okay, now I add keyword in subheading. Now it's also green, so you see most of the I already green, but I not follow these rules. And for on page optimization, you definitely follow the it's H2, then you select H3, not H2 again, because H2, under H2 you keep H3, and those the same elements, so I use H3. And it's H4, no H4, it should H3. Now you should add featured image. I select featured image, this is the featured image. I select. Okay, I select featured image and update. Now we want to check what happen if we share the link in our social media site like Facebook, Twitter. So we can test it by tools, opengraph.xyz. Here you need to paste your page URL, paste, and check your website. Yes, you see your featured image, your title, and your meta description also showed. So your featured image work fine. It's called Open Graph. And here you see some other option. Okay, now click on Readability tab. Here you this tab completely for content writing, copywriting, and we already see that we have two problem. One is passive voice, 21.3% of sentence content passive voice, but recommended is 10%, so we should fix it. And another problem is sentence length, 34% sentence content more than 20 words, so it's a very long sentence, but we always should write short sentence, because short sentence is easy to read. And here you see that copy score, content writing score is 68.4%. This is the list. Here you can see the score and notes. 90 to 100 is easy to read, and even 11-year-old student can read easily. 90 to 80 to 90 easy to read, and 70 to 80 fairly easy to read. So 70 to 80 I think good score. When you writing content, you think about it. And here you see there is enough variety in your content. That's great. Variety in sentence is must, because you cannot start with same word. If you word start sleeping and again you start your word sentence with sleeping, it's very annoying and boring. So try to variety in your sentence. And subheading distribution, you definitely use subheading for writing content. So in this article have 5 to 6 subheading, so it's great. And here you also see paragraph length. Paragraph length also should be short, so none of paragraph are too long. So here you see it's also good, and transition words also done. So we click on schema. Schema means you can tell Google that what type page is yours. Here you can select that is a about page or FAQ page or profile page, contact page or real estate page. What type of page is yours, you can select, and what type article is your, you can also select. You can see that article type, news article. If your website is news, then you select news article. So it's very important and good job. And here you see social. From the social tab, you can upload your own image for Facebook. When someone share your link to Facebook, they can see this image. Also you can write your title only for Facebook, and also you can write description, or if you just keep it blank, automatically your Open Graph use this image and your title. Okay, we already set it. And here we also you see, okay, we miss it, cornerstone content. Okay, it's a another option from Yoast SEO. What is this? When you publish lots of content on a particular topic, like here I publish 5 content about iPhone 12 Pro Max, and I want to rank higher rank, and those are my supportive article. Okay, so I tell search engine that all of my post I publish, but this is my main post. So search engine can understand that those are your supportive post and this is your main post, so you get more priority for rank this post. And definitely you should internal linking to this main article. So if you mark any important article, then definitely you should have multiple article on this topic, at least 6 to 10 topic. Then you get the topical authority, and you internal link to the main article. And if this article is your main article and you get you already internal link from other article, then you can click its mark as important content. Okay, so search engine give you the priority that this is your most important content. Okay, now I click off because this is not my important content. So another advanced option, here you can allow search engine to show this post in search result or not. Yes, if you say yes, then this post will be indexed in search result. If you click on no, then this post tell Google robot that you should not index this post. So if you not want to index this post, then click on no, and if you want to index this post, then click on yes. And here also should search engine follow links on this post. You can tell search engine that from one click, if I click no, then all outbound link are no follow, and if I say yes, then all search engine automatically get that all link is follow. Okay, and here you also add meta robot, can use canonical URL. Canonical URL is good for you can tell search engine that what is your main URL, and search engine can understand, and it's very helpful for duplicate content. Sometimes our same post have a different type of URL, like after URL we see en, fn, what sign, then search engine confused that who is the correct URL or what is the main URL. So if you use canonical URL, then search engine easily understand that this is your main URL. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the video, and if you face any problem, you can comment below, or if you need any type of SEO service, you can contact with me, and you can visit my website tohaknowledge.com. Thank you again. Bye.